Coming up, heavy rain, thunderstorms, and wind kick off the weekend. Could snow, be in the forecast too. Meteorologist Mark Strell breaks it all down in just a moment. Plus, breaking news, high carbon monoxide levels lead to an evacuation in the South Shore neighborhood. What we know right now. And charges are filed in the murder of a young woman who worked at a Joliet bar. The man's connection to the victim. Also, a bombshell announcement. A civil rights leader reveals his fight with Parkinson's. Good morning and thanks for watching Good Day Saturday. I'm Jenny Milkowski and here's Mark Strell. We start with breaking news right now. High levels of carbon monoxide prompted an evacuation at a 9-story apartment building early this morning. It happened in the South Shore neighborhood. Officials say a level 1 hazmat response was called in around 3 this morning and was later upgraded to a level 2 hazmat. They say carbon monoxide levels were really high. Everyone in the building was evacuated to the lobby. Fortunately, nobody was hurt there. New from overnight, a car was stolen with a 1-year-old boy inside on the city's south side. Police say it happened just after 1:30 this morning in the 9100 block of South State. They say a woman went to that area where her friend was involved in a crash. The woman left her car running with her 1-year-old in the back seat while she checked in on her friend. That's when police say a man jumped off of her car and drove off. The car was found abandoned about 10 minutes later with the boy inside. Luckily not hurt. So far, nobody in custody in that case. New this morning, 2 people were carjacked about a mile from each other within the same hour late last night. Police say the first happened in the Westtown neighborhood where 2 armed men stole a car from a woman and then sped off. They also took the victim's purse. Police say the other carjacking happened in the East Garfield Park neighborhood. 2 armed men ordered a man out of his car and stole it. Police are still looking for the other suspects. Also new this morning, a Chicago police officer was hurt in a crash on the city's south side. It happened late last night in the Chatham neighborhood. Police say the officer was on duty when another car hit her squad car. No one in the other car was hurt. Now to a break in the case in the murder of a Joliet bartender. The first charges have been filed. The man arrested is accused of covering up the crime. 24-year-old Katie Kearns was found shot in the head inside her car on Thursday. That happened in a rural area of Kankakee County. Now Jeremy Boshiers is charged with a single count of concealing a homicidal death. Investigators say Kearns and Boshiers met about a month ago. They started dating at the start of this month.
It means for my family is just to pull together a little bit and to keep going. My sister would want us to keep going.
Boshiers is being held on $250,000 bond. More charges are expected. An off-duty Chicago police officer is recovering this morning after being stabbed in the head by her own son. Police say it's a domestic incident. She was stabbed in the head while she was driving at 76 and Stony Island in South Shore. The officer's SUV slammed into the back of a school bus when it happened. A child on board was taken to Jackson Park Hospital complaining of a headache. The officer that was hurt went to Northwestern Hospital. A news alert from Chicago police after a string of robberies in the Gold Coast. Police released these pictures you see here of 4 suspects that are wanted in the attacks. They say in each case, the suspects punched or pushed the victims and then robbed them. There have been 3 attacks this month, all happening in the early morning hours. In Lake Forest, police say a woman was approached by a robber with a knife. They say she repeatedly hit him in the head with her cell phone until he ran away. That happened in the 1000 block of Northwestern Avenue. That was yesterday. The robber is described as a white man between 17, perhaps 19 years old. He was wearing a dark hoodie, puffy winter jacket, and dark cargo-style pants. An Elgin man is arrested on child porn charges. 33-year-old Devin Moberg, he's accused of soliciting videos of sex acts from 2 victims under the age of 18. Police say he also sent the victims a video of himself engaged in a sex act. Moberg was in court yesterday. A judge set bond $3 million. A major announcement from Reverend Jesse Jackson this morning. He revealed he's been getting treatment for Parkinson's disease for the past 2 years. That's a degenerative brain condition with no known cure. Our political editor Mike Flannery has more.
Allies of Reverend Jesse Jackson who've worked with him here in Chicago are pleased to hear that he plans to remain active. They think he may be the last of a certain sort of civil rights leader.
There will not be another Reverend Jesse.
More details this morning about an order of protection filed by actress and singer native to Chicago Jennifer Hudson against her former fiance. Hudson and David Atunga just split up. Now, according to TMZ, Hudson accuses the former wrestler of harassing and threatening her. She says he once pushed her inside their Burr Ridge home. Now, the Tribune says Burr Ridge police are investigating. Atunga's attorney says her client denies the accusations. Hudson and Atunga were together for 10 years. They do have an 8-year-old son together. There's apparently a rodent problem at a Southside school. Hold your breakfast before you watch this story. Parents say baby rats, yeah, you heard me correctly, are turning up in the classroom at Mollison Elementary. Some parents are keeping their kids home from school. Can you blame them? CPSA will have someone out next week to deal with that problem. There was a power outage at UIC last night. We received some cell phone footage. That's what you're seeing right there from a student that was trapped in an elevator on his way onto a test. Lucky, I guess, for him. The university put out an alert saying the outage was affecting several buildings on the East Campus. Shortly after, power was restored. Now, according to the student's Facebook page, the exam was canceled, hey, because of the outage. The Chicago Tribune is on the move. It's leaving the building that bears its very name. Early next year, Trib employees will move into new headquarters right at the Prudential Building. The Tribune Tower has been home to the paper since 1925. Avon says this year's walk to end breast cancer will be the last. Avon's held the 39 walk every year since 2003. That long weekend walk has raised well over $500 million. That's with a B. For breast cancer research. Avon will unveil a new fundraising program this spring. Hundreds of homeless veterans gathered at a Northwest Armory for a free meal ahead of Thanksgiving. They also got clothes, medical and housing assistance as part of the Veterans Stand Down event, which prepares homeless veterans for the winter. About 6,000 veterans showed up. Chicago's Christmas tree is now lit up, but rain unfortunately forced last night's lighting event to be condensed from half an hour to about 5 minutes. Still, that didn't stop people from enjoying themselves. Fox 32's Elizabeth Matthews takes us there.
We're just excited for Christmas, so we wanted to get into the Christmas mood.
The 62-foot tall Christmas tree is now lighting up Millennium Park and already spreading holiday cheer.
It's beautiful, believe it or not. We've never been to a tree lighting ceremony ever. This is our first. So if you're going to do it in Chicago.
The holiday fun continues tonight when close to 1 million people are expected to flood the Mac Mile for the Lights Festival. That starts at 5:30. So in a matter of days, the holiday travel is going to kick off, and this year will be a record setter. Don't we say that every year? It's going to be the busiest Thanksgiving travel period in more than 12 years. Ugh. Airports are always busy during Thanksgiving, right? But most people will drive. Nearly 46 million, that's right, are going to take their car. That's the highest since 2005, we're being told. Now, experts say people have more money to spend this year, but womp womp, they're going to need some of that money for higher gas prices.
Given the economy, corporate profits are strong, people are getting more take-home pay, consumer confidence is way up. It's really stunning to me is that this is happening. 89% are driving in spite of the fact that we're seeing gasoline prices anywhere from 32 cents to 45 cents more.
And if you're driving out of town, you need to know this, so listen up. AAA says the busiest time to be on the road in Chicago will be this coming Tuesday between 5 and 6 p.m. That's right, the busiest spot, I-90 West, right at I-190, right by O'Hare. Go figure. Still ahead on Good Day Saturday, Ryan Seacrest. He's making headlines this morning. Why E-Network is conducting an internal investigation. Also, an avocado toast ornament is taking the internet by storm. I'm so shocked that I can't even say it correctly. How much this holiday item will cost you.